Well, today I got Sean Hughes in the shop with me. How you doing, Sean?
Very good, sir.
Now, Sean's from Classic Industries, purveyor of fine GM restoration parts, and you got it for just about all the important GM cars, I believe.
Yeah, we cover Camaro, Firebird, Nova. We carry the trucks and the Impalas in full size.
All the good stuff.
All the important ones.
But if I'm correct, I'm looking at Camaro stuff today.
Yeah, majority of the things I brought out here were Camaro because it was easier to cover a bunch of the stuff that we cover for Camaro because it's going to be relatively the same for all of them.
Now, when you're doing a restoration, everything out here is the kind of stuff that needs to be replaced. It goes bad. It's rubber, it's gaskets and things like that. So whether it's a restoration or a resto-mod or whatever you need, whatever you're doing, you're going to need this kind of stuff.
Yeah, anything that opens, closes, or attaches to the body has something something up here or down there in it.
That goes bad in time.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about some of the things you do supply. Start out here. This looks to me like some taillights, headlights. What do we have here?
Well, this is going to be your paint seal kit. Anytime that you take any of your side lenses off, anytime that you take any of the door handles off, taillights, any of that, in between the body and the actual unit itself, you're going to have one of these seals.
So this isn't actually the light seal. This is between the bezel and the body, right?
Correct. Between the lens and the body itself, there's going to be a different seal. And we also have those.
So these are side marker lights?
Side marker lights.
I've got to believe these big guys are taillights.
That is correct.
How about these guys?
Those are going to be your front markers.
They're wild looking. Okay, so we got our lights sealed.
Yep, the lights are all
seal in there. Weather stripping.
Yep, we're going to have some weather stripping here. This is going to be across your roof rail.
Okay, and this is what is this? Rubber?
This is actually made in latex. Latex is the newest involvement that we have. It's going to be a little bit different than any of the rubber ones. The rubber ones.
What's the advantage?
It's going to be considerably softer. Considerably softer than the rubber. The rubber ones were a little bit harder, a little stiffer. So when those were installed, sometimes
so the doors don't quite close as well. The trunk lid
a little more difficult and all that kind of fun stuff. But these are going to eliminate that.
Now these are all made from original molds, yes?
Yeah, these are going to be made from original molds. They're going to be made from copies of the original molds if there was an issue there. The neat thing about these is they're actually made in one single piece. This is a one-piece mold all the way through.
All right, over here we've got something else. What do we have?
Here we're going to come to our door frame weather stripping. These are going to have all the correct pins and everything behind them. With your old ones, you're going to basically pop out your old pins. You're going to replace this piece in here. Neat thing about these is front and back, there's a piece of metal that's been actually formed into there, so you can get a little bend out of that. And it's going to contour to everything you need. You're going to put your pins in here, and you'll be good to go with this piece.
And here again, because this is all from the correct molds, these are all in the right place. You've done that work for me, right?
Absolutely. These are all going to be in the exact same placement as the originals. You're going to get all your correct spacing and cuts and joints and subtle nuances involved
You're
here.
good to go. Pretty easy to do.
Absolutely, very easy to do.
Something that's a little trickier to do would be over here. What's this setup?
Well, as always with the convertibles, it's always going to be a little more difficult, but well worth it. This is going to be actually your complete convertibles header seals. These are going to be for your A-arm seal, for the front pillar seals. And everything that you need there. Once again, you're going to have the correct pins all across there. These are reinforced with the correct metal in the background of them.
And these are fairly complex pieces. I mean, there's a lot of work that went into that.
Yeah, there's a lot of thought that goes into these. And at Classic Industries, whenever we get some of these new items in, these aren't necessarily new, but when we get these things in, we go ahead and test fit them and check them to make sure that by the time you get them, you're getting the right stuff, and it's going to be a good fitment for you.
Well, the other thing I like is you take a lot of the guesswork out, because there's a lot of little doodads and stuff in a restoration, and you've gathered these in kits. This is for a Gen 2 Camaro, and it's all sorts of, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here, Sean. I mean, what all do we have here? I mean,
big bag of goodies. On this, whenever you do your restorations, as you said, you're going to be looking at replacing all of your rubber stoppers, and this is going to be your complete rubber stopper kit. In this, you're going to have your hood stoppers. These are going to be on like the hood sides. Coming along, you're going to have your door stoppers. You're going to have your trunk stoppers. And out there at the very leading edge of your hood where you have your small adjusters, these are going to be the two rubber pieces that go over the top of them.
Okay, how about this? What is that?
Well, in here as well, to be as complete as we can, we've involved all of your glove box door, your ashtray, and these are going to be basically the replacement small little rubber pieces for your glove box and ashtray setups.
And that's different than this one?
And this one, you're actually looking at going back and replacing all the way back to your license plate.
So everything?
Everything.
Now, do I buy this all in kit form, or what if I just need my my license plate.
That's the neatest thing. If you just want to buy that little guy right there, you can go ahead and buy that one, or you can buy it as a whole kit. It just depends on really what you need.
Amazing. Well, another thing, you know, if you've ever owned a T-top, you know that it's not too long before those babies are leaking on you. And I think out here you've got, is that a T-top kit I see?
That most absolutely is. This is probably one of my favorites with all the stuff we do because I own a T-top.
So you've done this before.
I've done this. This is going to be all your T-top replacement. For your 2nd gen, 3rd gen, or well, basically for your 3rd gen and 4th gen, you're looking at all the replacement pieces that you need, down to even the metal structural pieces that you need on some of the 3rd gen stuff. These are going to be a correct fitment, and it's going to create a lot of happiness in your life when you are being leaked on.
Yeah, that is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Well, hey, if you want to learn any more about these great GM restoration parts from Classic Industries, log on to myclassiccar.com. And if I needed a few of these for that license plate, I'd just call you.